In this video, we'll be showing how to set up a simple cylindrical fence centered around home. For the example, we'll be using plane since it has a few more parameters than copter or rover. The basics of setting up a fence are setting up the dimensional parameters, the kind of fence you want, enabling the fence, and determining what action you want to be taken when the fence is breached. First, we need to set up some parameters. Go to the config screen, full parameter tree or list, type in the search for fence parameters, and you'll see a list of parameters. We'll need to enable the fence by setting fence enable to 1. Then we'll choose what action to take for the fence on breach. In this case, since it's a plane, we'll use a guided mode return to a fixed return point instead of RTL. And then determine what type of fence. In this case, we want a circular fence. We don't care about the min and max altitudes. Since we're using a return point instead of RTL to home, we're going to have to designate that return point, and we do that by going to the planning screen. Make sure you're in the fence list, not mission or rally, and then once we dismiss this dialog, click on the return point, which should be within the cylindrical fence. Then we change that point to be the fence return point and write it to the controller. Now we'll give a demonstration of how that's used. So we have a cylindrical fence and a return point within that fence. So we'll arm the craft, we'll take off in takeoff mode, get it up into the air. Then we'll change to cruise mode, let it try to cruise outside the fence boundary, which was set at 300 meters. So it needs to go radially away from home, greater than 300 meters to initiate the fence breach. Now it's breached the fence, and you can see it's pointing back toward the return point, and it'll return to that return point in guided mode and loiter around it until there is a mode change.